Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of Teen Mom Pregnancy Requested Video Blog da 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 da. I left off the last video with telling people to not have sex after you have a baby, but you can check out the video so you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, the actual pregnancy, I don't really have a lot to say. I know that I threw up everything a lot, and sometimes I couldn't make it to the toilet. Like 2 times I threw up on the floor because I couldn't make it. And the rooms are pretty close to each other, so I mean, and everything smelled bad. I mean, the house was clean. And, everything was clean, it just, everything smelled bad. I mean, it could be like perfume that smells like freaking Taylor Swift or something, and it'll smell bad. Everything smelled bad to me. I used to hate chicken until I got pregnant. I love chicken now. Very weird. There's some other things that I used to hate that I love now because of my pregnancy, but I don't remember. Even though it's been a year, the past 12 months from being pregnant, it feels like I don't feel like I'm still pregnant, but I still feel the symptoms. Not like nausea or throwing up, but like the cravings and the hormones and like my body's starting to get back to normal kind of thing. And I guess that's what's called postpartum. I wasn't really depressed. I was up and walking 2 hours after I gave birth, mainly because I wanted to be strong and show my parents and everybody that I wasn't as weak as they were saying, and that, I don't know, just stuff like that. So I was up and walking around, and it wasn't that hard, but people were really shocked, and it kind of made me feel good because they were like, "Whoa, you're walking, good for you," and I'm like, "I know, right?" But in the hospital, I was there for about 2 weeks. I was there for 2 weeks. I was in labor for how many days? 3 days? 3 days. That nurse, she was an old nurse. I did not like her. I had a nurse for like a few hours. Like sometimes I would get different nurses, and which really pissed me off about the hospital. Excuse my language, but they told me, like the doctors and stuff, Centera, Princess Anne, told me I could choose my doctor. I just have to meet all of them, have appointments with all of them, and then I can choose. They didn't let me choose my doctor. They didn't, and I was livid. Some random woman just walked up in there, and she didn't even tell me she was gonna break my water. She did not tell me. She said, I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" She's like, "Oh, everything's going good." And I was like, "So what are we doing here?" And she's like, "Well, I'm just going to check you out, see if you're ready for labor," and da-da-da-da-da. And she was just going to measure how far apart I was, and, sorry if I'm getting really loud. It upsets me. I'm good. Anyways, she didn't tell me she was breaking my water, and it hurt. You wouldn't think it hurts, but it hurts. And I was like, "What are you doing down there?" And I was about to kick her in the face, but I didn't because I was really nice. I was the nicest woman in labor ever because I was too scared to be mean to people. But let me tell you, I was freaking nice to everybody. Anyways, there's this nurse. The 7 hours before I had my daughter, and her name was Mandy, and or was it Mindy? I think it was Mandy. I really wish I could meet her again. She was so amazing. She was so nice. She was the only nice nurse that I had. So if your name is Mandy, and you know me, kind of, and you're watching this, and you work at Centera Princess Anne Hospital, then you were amazing. Anyways, yeah, she was 7 hours away from, I think 7 hours, David, was it? 7 hours? 7 hours? I think so. I don't know. But I know it was really close, and I begged her. I was like, "Please don't go. Can't you just stay? Please?" Aw, she was so nice. She was a real sweetheart. And then oh my God, that old woman nurse came back. Oh my god, I just like, ugh. I did not like her. She made me like hurt for no reason. Like, anyways, giving birth and how it felt. I didn't really feel it. I mean, I did feel it, like it hurt, but it was like I felt like I was in shock. I think it was. I know the epidural wasn't really working. It only worked on my legs. I couldn't feel my legs at all. But yeah, I couldn't feel my legs at all, and I couldn't move them, and that's all the epidural really did. David, you're messing with my charger. Alright, well, I don't know. Anyways, I probably should have planned this video out before I started making it. But anyways, I will just skip that, because I pretty much, if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below, and I will answer your question. There we go. Just do it like that, and I will answer it. I don't know. I mean, I was just requested to do a video, so I don't know. Having the baby, she was in the NICU for a week and a half, I believe, and I got to stay in the hospital for after the pregnancy, about a few more days, because she was there. Their food are really good, though. Their food is really good, but she was saying because she had heart problems, and they think she had breathing problems because she grunted, and she was extremely, I think she was really advanced for being a newborn. She could pick up her head and like move around and stuff, and everybody adored her. She was precious. I mean, she still is. She's adorable. But yeah, so she was there for about a week and a half, and finally when we got to bring her home, it was amazing. I was so happy. She couldn't even hold it. Like, when she was like a newborn, the light was so bright, and she was so tired, like she would just like start to fall asleep like that, and I would hold her head up, and it was adorable. But she's really advanced. Even the doctors say she's really advanced for her age. Within a month, 5 teeth started popping out, and that was before she was a year old. About a month before she was a year. Pretty amazing. And she can walk around, and she hasn't really crawled much. She just walks around. I mean, she prefers to hold on to something, but she can do it without holding on to anything. She can say a lot of things. So she can say sentences like "don't do that," and she said Michael the other day because we were petting our cat, and his name is Michael, and she said Michael, and it was adorable. Oh my gosh, I died. I was like, oh my god. But she can say Mama and Dada, and sometimes she says Grandma and Grandpa. She can wave hello, and she can say bye-bye and wave goodbye. She can jump. Maybe not by herself yet, but she can jump up in her crib and jump around and stuff. It's really cute. Yeah, she's amazing. She's petite. Apparently she's petite, like really small. I don't know if people getting that from. She looks really big to me, but that might be because I popped her out. I don't know. But yeah, everybody says how small she is, and I guess it's a good thing. She's so adorable. I love her so much. After I had her, she didn't cry, like at all, and she slept through the nights. We fed her she wanted to be fed every 4 hours, and I tried to breastfeed her, but she wouldn't latch on, and I tried for a couple of months, and then after that, the milk just kind of disappeared, and it didn't come out anymore, and so we had to get formula, and we went through a bunch of different formulas. I know, what's that E word formula? Huh? Enfamil with the ducks as the logo. That made her sick. Oh my god. It made her so sick, and that was not a good time. She was puking it up all the time, and oh, it was horrible. Similac, she was okay with Similac, but she preferred Tugaboos, a Rite Aid brand. Tugaboo does not smell as bad as a lot of other formulas. Formulas smell disgusting. Let's just say that. We gave her actual baby food, like the first stage when she was about 3 months. She loved it. She loved it. And now, I don't know, now she's starting to drink from a sippy cup like thing. Like the nipple is like a sippy cup looking thing. It's like, you'll know what I mean. And it's like, except instead of being hard, it's like a squishy kind of, like a nipple, but it's in the shape of a sippy cup kind of lid thing. And we're getting her into sippy cups, and she really likes it. And she drinks bottles within 10 minutes. And we feed her about, the bottle's about maybe that big. And she drinks that within 10 minutes. So I like to give her the food first. I like to give her a good size. I like to give her a good size bowl of food, not too much, but you know, obviously not too little, and then give her the formula. Sometimes she'll knock off to sleep, and other times she'll be like super excited and happy about everything in the world. She behaved herself much more when she was a newborn than she does now. She throws a lot of temper tantrums. She throws a lot of temper tantrums. She's been doing it for a few months now, but now it's getting worse. So, yeah. But I'm being strict about that. I'll be like, I'm not going to have my head stuck up her ass. I was told by a certain somebody that, you know, I'm supposed to be giving them 24-hour attention and da-da-da-da, and when they cry, you're supposed to carry them around and bounce them until they're not crying anymore, and I'm not going to coddle her. I mean, I do, like, I give her a lot of love, but when she's having an attitude, and she knows that, like, she knows a lot, and she knows that that's not right, you know, and so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, like, sit there and bow down to you while you're, like, throwing an attitude. You need to suck it up, whatever's wrong with you, you know. But I'm very loving towards her, and I do play with her a lot. A lot of the time she doesn't like to play with me. She cries when I get around her, so she likes to play by herself. So, like, she doesn't get that from me. I had a twin sister, so, I mean, I guess she gets that from her dad, because, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think the best way to make a good video is for you guys to request things, and so I can base something off of that and then make a whole video about it. So just leave comments down below and subscribe, and I can make more videos like this if you want. I mean, so thank you guys for watching, and just leave a comment, ask questions, and I will definitely answer them. Thanks, guys.